Our vision is to see every person in this city know Jesus is the forgiver and leader of their life. And in just over 10 years, we've seen more than 5,000 people take that step. And that number, 5,000, it really matters. Here's why. Every number has a name. Every name has a story, and every story matters to God.
So the first time I visited Epic, it was just before Epic Day. This was about 4 years ago.
I started attending Epic in August 2016.
It was when I moved to Roxborough.
I arrived here knowing that this is the place I should stay.
Epic introduced me to the idea that you can have a personal relationship with God, and it was that relationship that transformed my life.
And just knowing that He gives me the strength to say yes to something that I have no idea how to do and no idea how it's going to get done.
Just from the first time I attended my first Epic service, I could tell the difference on just how much of a community it was, and it was just great to see so many different people involved.
I've been able to apply the gospel in very direct and literal ways to my community here in Philly.
I could not be the mother that I am without having grown in this way with Jesus, and Epic brought me there.
I found a purpose that was beyond me in the moment. I found an approach to life that started with hope and that believed love was an action. And I found the absolute most perfect person for me to spend the rest of my life with.
Now, as great as the first 10 years of our church has been, I really do believe that our next 10 is our best 10. There's just so much more to come. I'm particularly excited about two huge opportunities that we have right now as a church. The first opportunity involves a 20,000 square foot building in the heart of Roxborough that was actually given to us. Now, the church is just blocks away from Roxborough High School, where we currently meet in our Roxborough location. And it's going to become our very first permanent 24/7 Epic Church location. Now, a couple things about that area. Number one, Roxborough has a ton of young families. Manayunk, which is right beside Roxborough, actually has the second highest percentage of young professionals of any other zip code in America. Now, those two things are significant because those happen to be the two demographics that we do really well reaching. And so all that to say, man, having a building at that location is an incredible opportunity for us. The second opportunity is actually something we've been working on for over a year now. We're about to start our 5th Epic Church location in King of Prussia on September 15th, right here at the Regal United Artists Movie Theater. I'm super excited about that, and here's why. King of Prussia is one of the most important suburbs of Philadelphia. In fact, there's 5 major highways that all lead right here. I guess you could say all roads lead to King of Prussia. It's true. Another thing about the area is that it's blowing up right now. They're putting in a ton of residential communities that are going to reach a lot of young professionals and young adults. Again, the demographic that we do the best reaching. Now, our vision is still to reach every person in the city, but God's been expanding our perspective on what exactly that means. You see, here's what I know. Philadelphia really is much bigger than just Philadelphia. In fact, many of us that work in the city work side by side with people who live out in the suburbs, and vice versa. Not just that, there are a lot of people who are part of our church in the city who, for one reason or another, have moved out to the suburbs but still want to stay connected to Epic. Man, if I could pick one place, one spot that's accessible for everybody out in the suburbs to get to and still be part of our church, it would be King of Prussia. Now, both of these are great opportunities for us as a church. And I can't wait to hear all the stories of life change that we get to hear as a result of us taking these steps. I get to hear people say all the time, Kent, thanks so much for starting this church. It changed my life. And I have no doubt that we'll get to hear so many more people say that exact same thing because we took these steps. It's going to cost us something. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of prayer. And it's going to take a lot of money for us to see it happen. But we've never been a church that shies away or backs away from whatever it is that God has put in front of us to do. And so I know that with God's help, we'll be up for the challenge. So I hope you're ready. Here we go. There's so much more to come.